Okay, I really like that video. I think it's interesting that people thought she was going to be maybe an alien or something like that. But anyway, just a regular baby. So there's been thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, of children born by in vitro fertilization at this point. So, all right, so finally, we're in the 21st century, and so this is you guys. Our potential is really unlimited at this point. The Human Genome Project was finished in the year 2000, which was basically breaking down the code of different genes of the entire human genome. So we know a lot about gene therapy. We know you can even be tested to see if you have certain genes that cause certain diseases. So that has, and it's continuing that's a continuing research that's going on with that. We don't, eventually, hopefully we'll be able to alter certain genes that we won't pass those on. That's definitely something that's being worked on. Embryonic stem cell research. We'll talk about this when we get to the reproductive system, but in the first, I think it's 5 days after after fertilization between an egg and a sperm, that developing embryo has between 50 and 200 stem cells. And why do we care so much about stem cells? Because stem cells become every other cell. Basically, the stem cells, they can become a heart cell, they can become a nerve cell, they can become a muscle cell, they can become a brain cell, can become any type of cell. So this is one of the reasons that we use these. We're hoping that we can use these for nerve regeneration, like if someone has a spinal cord injury and is paralyzed, or anything, they can be used. Actually, the doctor that I go to for physical therapy on my neck, because I have migraines, they're using them for like reconstructive knee surgery to help the joints. Now, but where it becomes kind of sticky, for lack of a better word, is where these stem cells come from. If they come from aborted babies, people don't feel really good about that. But if they come from just donated cord blood, then where a baby's born and the parents donate the cord blood, then that's probably a good thing. So anyway, that's definitely something that's happening. Cloned cells. I think the next video talks about cloning a little bit. Bioterrorism. Are we living through a period of bioterrorism right now with the coronavirus? There's definitely some indication that it could have been made in a lab in China and released into the population that it was a bioterrorism. I don't know if we'll ever know for sure, but there is some evidence that points to that. New viruses. This is my presentation from last year, but we're definitely living through a pandemic, and part of that is because of global travel. Before this, if you didn't feel so good, but you had a plane ride to take because of work or whatever, you'd probably still get on that plane. What happened with the coronavirus is that people did that and then ended up bringing it here. Actually, the first cases in Alabama were in Mountain Brook, and both of the people that are actually the first man that brought it here was a businessman in Mountain Brook, and he had been in China and then traveled back to Birmingham. All right, but what is our potential? Our potential is really awesome, that we have the potential to find a cure for AIDS, cancer, heart disease, develop methods to slow and stop aging, nerve regeneration with like embryonic stem cell research. Transplant of every organ is possible. Hopefully we will find unresistant antibiotics, and the average lifespan could increase up to 90 to 100. Which would be really awesome. Right now, the average lifespan, is 72 for a male and 76 for a female in the United States. All right, so last video on the future, and hope you've enjoyed learning a little bit more about where we came from and where we're headed as healthcare professionals and you as future healthcare professionals. All right, so you can submit your notes after you finish this last video.